we got some concentrates. That we got a pan. Try and get some money for Starlink. So we're going to do a bit of that. And hopefully get a few grams out of it. Right, so because this stuff's full of like black sand and whatnot, we're only going to just do little pans. And because it's super hot, we're going to drink plenty of beers. G'day Kane, how's it going? It's just me today in the shed, about 38 degrees. G'day Ant. So you can imagine we're going to be drinking some, well, I'm going to be drinking a lot of beers because it's, yeah, too hot. But I thought I'd come out here, try and get a couple of grams. Start off the season with. G'day Caleb, how's it going? Because we're trying to get Starlink, so when we're out on the lease, we'll be able to do some live streams and whatever and show you guys what's going on out there. I should really have my magnet for this, eh? Might have to get that in a minute. But this is all stuff that I've already sluiced. Just from stuff that we've dry blown and stuff like that over the years. Oh, you're not wrong, I do need an aircon. Well, actually, I don't really like aircon. See, the missus has got the aircon on inside, which is why I haven't really been in there all day. I like to embrace summer, which is also why I like to get out and work in the outback in the winter, because it's nice and warm in here, and it's just out there rather, and just cold and rainy back home. So, but yeah, if we can find a bit of gold here, well, I know there's gold in this stuff because you can see it in every sluice, but it's just full of black sand, as you can see. So I'm only really looking for the bigger bits. Hopefully put together a gram or so pretty quickly, or a couple of grams. I've already got a few grams out of here. That still needs a bit of a final clean up, but we'll do that later. And it doesn't really matter if I wash any gold out here, because that's just going to go in the tub. That tub's going to go on miller table when I eventually get it set up. Now the thing about panning concentrates is because you got so much black sand in there, the gold doesn't really like to settle to the bottom, and it'll just ride up with it, especially the flat bits that have been dollied, you know, they really don't like to stay in the bottom. I actually should have went and had a nap instead of doing this, because I'm pretty tired today, as we was up gaming quite late last night, and then the kids woke me up pretty early. But that's alright, I might have an afternoon nap later on today. G'day Benzo, how's it going mate? I'm just doing some panning today, which is, you know, not really what I generally do, but there's not much other gold to find around my house, so got to resort to the old pan. See a bit of gold still attached to some rock in there, which isn't good. Probably just end up panning that out. I'm gonna get down to a good bit of black sand there. I think I've already magneted most of this stuff pretty well, so all that stuff that's left is not very magnetic. Well, there's a bit of gold there, but it's stuck in the rock. A little tiny bit of gold in that, can't really see it, but I can see some gold in the top of the pan, so we'll have a look at that in a minute. I'll put this bit in the sniffer bottle. so we don't pan it out. Alright, and that could just go in the acid later, and hopefully the acid will eat that rock away. But I'm just trying to get some clean stuff for the moment, some stuff that we can sell sort of quick down at the shop. Hey, g'day Dan B, what's going on Thomas, T-Rep? Good to see all you fellas here. It's super hot out here, so I gotta drink my beers real quick. They're gonna go hot. Which means I'll probably have to duck out every 15-20 minutes or so to get another beer. G'day Roger, Dennis, what's going on guys? Got a good bit of black rocks down in there, don't really like them too much. They're hard to get out of the pan. See if we got some easy gold here that we can just suck up. So that's 2 little spoons full. Right. So that's just 2 spoons like this, which is a tablespoon. So that's not a bad result for that 2 tablespoons there. And I've got probably 50 or 60 tablespoons in the bucket there. So that should be right. Oh, don't worry Greg, I'm gonna stay hydrated. It's super hot out here. So that's not, yeah, that's pretty good actually. Super fine gold, so that's what my sluice catches. It's just the keen concentrator sluice. You can see that stuff is like, it's like powder. It's a bit hard to see because, you know, sunny outside and everything. G'day Amethyst, how's it going? I'm not drinking Foster's T-Rep. We don't even have Foster's in Australia. We already went through this, I think, on Brewer's stream. Or maybe JP's, but we already know that Australians don't drink Foster's. I don't think we can even buy it here. We probably can, I don't know. It's like one of them mythical beers that everyone thinks we drink, but really we don't. And we also found out the other day that it was made in America, didn't we? I'm pretty sure we did, because we did some serious Googling on that stream. It was pretty funny. Oh yeah, drinking beers in the heat can knock you around pretty quick, Caleb. I've got to agree with that. Especially when you haven't had much sleep like me, because I was up all night playing bloody video games. It was pretty good though. Alright, so now I've got all these rocks to deal with. Don't like that. Sucked most of the easy gold out, but oh, look at that little flake trying to get away. Can't really see it. It's because it's tiny. So we'll get a little bit rough with this bit now. We get the riffles and just, well, we sort of be gentle with it, but oh, it feels like it's going to rain out there. It just got all dark. It's getting super humid. Alright, But there's probably not even enough in there to be bothered messing around with anymore. Have a quick look. And then we'll just wash that out. Oh, yeah, there's still a bit in there actually. Just couldn't see it hiding under the dirt. Not much though. But another good little tail nonetheless. And I already sucked out one bigger than that, so that's good. It's pity it's such fine flower stuff. Some Alaskan made beer would be interesting. Moonbag Warbler, yeah, I probably did. Boxed wine, we used to get into it. No, I'm not drinking Bush Chook at the moment, I'm drinking home brew, Charlie. It's good stuff, man. I'm having trouble keeping up with the chat here because I'm trying to concentrate on the thing here. But I appreciate you all dropping in. It's good to see. Good to see you guys. Hope you're all having a beer. Or if you don't, drink a soft drink or something, because you've got to stay hydrated. Now, it doesn't matter if I get a bit of black sand with this, because like I say, she's going to go in the acid for a bit. And then we'll give it a proper final clean up. Get all the black sand out there so the buyer is happy, because they don't want to buy black sand. Some of the cleanups I've seen on some of the gold shows, you got to wonder if anyone's going to buy it with that much black sand and you're rocking it. Alright, catch you later, Dan B. Thanks for tuning in. Charlie, paid her, not yet. This year though, coming this year. Guaranteed. Me and Nigel will be sorting it out, so there'll definitely be pay dirt coming this year. Alright, so 1 tablespoon, 2 tablespoons, we'll probably get like, I don't know, it's pretty small gold, like it's flour gold, so maybe 0.1, 0.15 hopefully out of each couple tablespoons. That'll be alright in the end. Hey, g'day Steve, how you going, mate? Have a beer with us, bro. I'm gonna have to go pour another one in a minute, but I'll grab my magnet while I'm on my way. We'll see if there's any more black sand and stuff we can magnet out of here. I just spent the last couple of days crushing some rocks with the rock crusher. Actually seen some pretty good gold there, probably got 2 or 3 grams. So pretty close to getting that money for Starlink, because it's on special at the moment. And if we can get it while it's on special, it only costs us half of what it's gonna cost. And like I say, we get that out there, be able to live stream my gaming from the bush. Yeah, g'day Paul, eating some chilies, eh? Good stuff. Yeah, sweet as Caleb. Yeah, there'll be plenty of dirt coming out. I've got to work on my website and stuff so we can take the orders through that and whatever, but we'll probably just take the orders through email to begin with. You guys all know who we are anyway, so guaranteed they'll be good bags. We'll make sure we put plenty of black sand in them for you. Nigel gets a fair few rough gemstone parcels and stuff sometimes, so we might even chuck in some gemstones, hopefully, you know, bits of opal chips, just stuff like that. That'd be cool. I'd say there'd be a few people here with some Alaskan gold in Australia, Thomas, but I'm happy to be one of those people. Cheers, mate. When I get some stickers made, I'll attach you some gold back It'll be a nice 0.25 gram nugget or something. And you'll be able to see the colour difference of our gold compared to the gold that is over there. And also the colour of the gold varies in each region around here, depending on the purity. Sometimes it's mixed with copper, or a little bit of copper, but mostly it's just mixed with silver. But not much silver. I put ground up magnets in the fader. Roger, don't worry, we don't have dogs on the lease, mate, and I won't be setting up the Starlink at home. Did you manage to get rid of that dog that chewed up your Starlink cable, or what? G'day, Rory. Yeah, we're going good, mate. Southern Cross, how's it going, mate? Oh, yeah, that's because, oh, if you're talking about jewellery, they wear the good stuff over there. I don't know about natural gold in like Indonesian area. That's pretty cool. Your gold is 18 to 19% in Alaska. Wow. Ours is 90, but generally the stuff I find's 97 to 98. And the lower quality stuff would be 92 to 93. Occasionally I've had stuff go in the high 80s, but that's as low as I've had. I've heard of people here getting a reef that went 60%, but that doesn't really sound right for this country, so I don't know what happened there. They might have got gypped by the gold buyer. That was a long time ago. Suppose that stuff could have went on. Oh, this red dirt, Steve, can't get down anything, eh? Well, you go out bush, come home, you gotta have 3 showers and, you know, still be washing orange off your legs. Orange stuff coming out your hair, especially when you start dry blowing, you get all covered in dust, man. Oh, it's pretty terrible. Where's my beer? Oh, it's nearly finished. Yeah, West Australian gold's high purity. But even though the stuff in like the eastern goldfields of Kalgoorlie and stuff is kind of almost, well, it is pretty much the same purity as the stuff from the northern goldfields, but it's still a different colour. I think that's because of the different ground type. Like, it's more sandy out in the east, and the ground's more sort of rocky and abrasive to the north. So I guess them nuggets sort of look a bit like they're sandblasted or something. They're sort of matte yellow and dull. Do I remember my first Oz nugget? Oh, shit, yeah. Been a long time since that. Well, actually, on my first ever trip with Nigel, this is how it went down. We was out bush. I was finding pretty good bits, like 4 grammers, 3 grammers and stuff. For the first week, we'd pulled in a bit over a couple of ounces. I think I pulled 12 grams one day, and I was like, I'm not really sure what I'm doing, but it seems pretty easy. So Nigel was like, yeah, we cleaned this spot out, so we'll move on to the next one. So we went off to the next spot, and we just took it easy that day. I was drinking plenty of beers. I sat back, cooked up a feed before I even went to Tecton, and then when I went to Tecton, the first signal I got, I was walking across the paddock, and, you know, being pretty new to gold prospecting, I was like, oh, that's an interesting sort of noise. I didn't really know. Dug it up, and it was a 16 gram gold nugget, and I was like, wow. So I just went and sat back by the car, drank beers for a while, and then Nigel got back, and he's like, have you done anything today? And I'm like, yeah, I just found 1 nugget. And he's like, what, 1 nugget? And I'm like, yeah, 1 16 gram. And he's like, oh, holy crap. So then, the next day, first thing in the morning, found 2 small ones. Third piece was a 13 grammer. And then when Nigel got back for lunch, I says, So I found about half an ounce already, or probably more. So I got a signal in the creek, but the ground got hard, so I gave up. You know, I couldn't be bothered. And because you know, I was pretty new to it, I thought it might have been ground noise or something. But we went over there, and we had the hammer and chisel for a good probably hour and a half, and we ended up getting 105 grams out of that hole. I ended with 125 grams for the day by myself, which is 4 ounces pretty much. So I was pretty happy with that in the 8th day of my first sort of real prospecting adventure, like seeing if I wanted to do it for a job. But then the second, well, we found good big gold all that first season. I thought, this is too easy, quit my job, off we go. And then the next season, we didn't get one piece over 2 grams. I'm pretty sure we got a couple of thousand nuggets, you know, so they all add up, and it was pretty good money, but not one piece over 2 grams. The year before, we found 105 grams in one hole. We found 13 grammers, 16 grammers, and that's just what it's like sometimes. The big stuffs get pretty scarce. Although last year we got some alright ones, 7 grammers and 5s and 4s. It just depends what patch you're on. Sometimes you find a patch of good chunky stuff, and yeah, sometimes you don't. Cheers, Steve. I'm glad you love the videos. Oh yeah, Rory, you're not wrong. Hooked me right in, eh? I thought, you know, everywhere I walk there's gold. This is just too easy. And then when I quit my job and out we went, it's just like it all disappeared. And then some seasons you just have really good seasons, but it just depends on what patch you find. Sometimes you're struggling, like you've seen the first trip me and Nigel did of 2022 was absolutely terrible. We got 2 ounces in 3 weeks, and should have had 6 ounces in 3 weeks. So it just wasn't in the ground, and that's all it is. But like I say, this season, as you guys know that follow the channel, we've got our new lease, we've got great ground, and we're going to be doing a fair bit of processing with any luck. Get some machines out there and start moving a good quantity of dirt, because the couple of dry blow runs we did manage to do proved pretty good. Like there was small nuggets in there that couldn't be detected, and there was a lot of fine gold, and none of this dirt's been processed. And there's all the rock there as well that needs to be processed, because every rock I crushed had gold in it. So we're going to be doing hard rock, we're going to be moving dirt. It's going to be awesome. And we're also having a target. I mean, last season we didn't have a target. One season I set a target for about, well, I think it was like 50 ounces. We ended up getting 26 or something like that, 20 something. And so this last season just gone, I didn't set a target because wasn't sure what we were going to find. And Nigel got back late. I'd already done a trip out with Zach, and then this season I said to Nigel we should set a target. He said yep. I said 100 ounces sounds good. He said yep. So we're setting a target 100 ounces. Now if we can do 100 ounces this season, we should be pretty happy chappies. And hopefully secure some more ground as well, even though we've got we probably get 20 years left on this first one we've got, this lease that we've got to work at the moment. But we'll probably try and smash it out pretty quick so we can get to work on the next spot, you know what I mean? Because there's a lot of people running around out there these days doing this gold prospecting. G'day Rodder. Oh, g'day Gene. Yeah, nah, we probably don't want any investors, mate, to be honest. The point of working for ourselves is not telling us, not having anyone tell us what to do, or having any input, so it's nice and easy when it's just 2 people, but if we start having investors and people wanting us to do things a certain way or something like that, that's probably not going to work. Anyway, guys, if you bear with me for just like a couple of seconds, I'm just going to pour a beer out of my new kegerator. And I'll be back in a sec. I got some kegs. I told you I'd get kegs. Got the kegs. All good. Alright, we've got a fresh new beer, and I even remembered the magnet. So now, we'll sort of have a look what we got out of this 2 tablespoons. Although, there's still... well, there's not much in this one. Black rocks, black sand, Subard pan, this is the stuff I should be putting in your pay dirt bags, so it's easy to get out, you know, because I'm a good bloke like that. At least it's magnetic, you get out easy. Yo brewers, what's going on? Yo, we're just you know, pounding some dirt today. See if we can find some gold. So far we're seeing a little bit. A bit more in there. So not a bad tail of gold in every pan. Oh, you can't see anything because there's too much light. Maybe I'll close that door a bit. Oh yeah, I'll try that. You see that? It's still... but yeah, there is gold in there anyway. It's just... but for 2 tablespoons, probably getting 0.15 of a gram every 2 tablespoons. And tablespoons is not a large amount of material, so that's pretty good, I reckon. As I've got like probably maybe 1.5 tons of dirt outside and rock that still needs to be processed, and it's just ridiculous. Oh, it doesn't make a difference whether the door's open or not, it's still going to be hot in here. There's no breeze outside at all. I have a fan here I could turn on, but it's actually not that bad, it's bearable. Oh yeah, cheers Charlie. Yeah, yeah, that was the bloke that sold us the lease, and he well, obviously he found the gold, and he forgot about the gold, and he left it in the shed there. And we bought the shed off him, and he said everything that was in the shed was ours. But when I found gold in there, I was like, I didn't find it there the first time because we hadn't paid for the shed, and I was just sort of, we were just camping there and sampling and making sure we wanted it. And then the next time when we got back there and we paid for the shed, I sort of cleaned it out a bit, and that's when I found the container with the gold. So I sent him a message and I said, you know, there's some gold here. And he said, well, just keep it. And there wasn't much in there anyway, probably 4 or 5 grams. That was pretty good of him. I sent him one of my shirts for free the other day, so he just sent me a message this morning, said his shirt has arrived. So I'll be selling some shirts this year as well at some point. I just got to get, well, it's school holidays at the moment, so to be honest guys, I haven't had much time to do anything. I've got the kids running amok and keeping me super busy. Doesn't look like we got much more left in there, just black sand. Where's my magnet gone? Acclimatising for the next trip out. Oh, it's super hot out there. Like, Zach's out there at the moment. He found over an ounce in like his first day and a half, 2 days. So he's killing it. I wanted to be, look at that. I wanted to be out there. I wanted to be out there as well, but I've got the kids, so no deal. I'm going to get out there early February. I'm just waiting for a new charger from Mine Lab, and they're just sending me a new charger because mine was dodgy from the get-go. And they're pretty good customer service actually. It's like, they sent it to me the other day from the other side of Australia. It's already in Perth. So I have it probably on Monday. And then I'm waiting for another solar generator to get here so I can go test that out in the field. I'm actually using the other EcoFlow at the moment to keep the laptop charged so I can see the chat, because I'm using my phone to stream, because let's face it, I'm not that technically smart yet, and I haven't sorted out all the streaming stuff and camera angles and stuff like that, but we'll get on with it at some point. G'day Robert, how's it going? Yeah, Gene, I'd like to have more than 7,000 subs, but we'll get there one day. To be honest, I'm not too concerned. I just started making these videos sort of like because I had young kids when I started, and they were like, why are you always not home? So I was like, well, make some YouTube videos so when I'm not home they can watch me on the YouTubes and see what I'm actually doing. So that's what I started doing, and they like the YouTube channel. And I think my brother's missus says that her kids are only allowed to watch my channel on YouTube. So that's good, they like to watch my channel too. But yeah, like I say, this year gonna be a lot of different content coming up. A lot of fine gold. We'll probably get some proper melting equipment and start melting like some bars and stuff, I guess, hopefully. Because we should be having that kind of amount of gold to work with. Alright, let's see what I had left there. Didn't look like much. Oh, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. There you go, a bit more. Oh, jeez, it's hard to see with this this glare. Let's just move the camera for a sec. There you go. So we had about 2 sniffer bottles like that out of them couple of teaspoons again. So every couple of tablespoons rather is producing probably 0.1, 0.15 of gold, with some having a bit more. due to slightly bigger pieces. But a lot of this stuff has already been crushed as well, so when it goes through the rock crusher turns it into little balls. So they don't look like much, but they're nice and heavy. And they come out of the pan easy, so I've been finding a few in the stuff that's already been panned and concentrated and stuff like that. Anyway, we're hoping it's not going to be super rainy this summer like it has been for the last two, because that was terrible. And we can't do any dry blowing if that keeps up. There's still a good bit of gold in there. It's all hiding in the black sand, you see. Take you out for some ounces, Robert, if you visit. Well, I can't say that ounces are just like, you can't just go out and get ounces. It doesn't work like that. This detecting game is actually pretty hard. Whew. Alright, I think I'm probably only going to do maybe one more pan, like a couple more tablespoons, because I'm getting pretty hot in here. And I'll probably go do some gaming on my other channel. So, if you guys haven't seen my other channel, I just do sort of random live streams on there, like gaming or in the garden or eating chilies or just silly stuff. But you can find it in the link of my last video, any of my other videos. It's just, my channel is called Shane Bennett, and I just do like, yeah, I do gaming, but you can talk to me while I'm gaming and ask me questions and stuff like that. Sometimes you'll find out insights about what's going to be happening in the gold prospecting season if I'm talking to someone. So if you wouldn't mind heading over there and saying g'day, that'd be cool too. But only if you're interested in the gaming and the gardening, and I also do some fishing and stuff, but it's more of a channel where I just have fun, let loose, and like sort of uncut stuff. Let's be honest. Yeah, I normally run out of beer, Greg, when I'm out bush. That 8 days or whatever that I was with Zach, I drank 36 litres somehow. That was meant to last me 2 weeks, but no deal. Alright, we'll do another 2 tablespoons, and I'll tip all this into the pan and show you what I gained from 6 tablespoons of these concentrates. And then I'll go and play some PlayStation, maybe, because it's too hot for this sort of stuff. It's probably the sort of stuff I should do at like midnight, when it's only 25 degrees and not 38 degrees. There is no water at our new claim at all. So got to set up some IBCs and stuff to catch water from the roof, so we can at least get some water for a bit of clean-up processing. because yeah, we ain't got no water. There's no water close by. There's no underground water in the area. Not anywhere that's within what I can afford to drill to, you know. No water within reach, let's put it that way. So we're going to be restricted to dry blowing and stuff like that. Dig a big pit with plastic. Yeah, potentially. We'll have to see. Anything you do on these leases has to have a permit of work, although our work orders are already in to kind of move sort of a good amount of tonnage, so we probably could do that. We might have to do that. I wouldn't mind making a swimming pool out there, that'd be good. This stuff. At least the gold's not sticking to it. I had one bucket over there that I had to separate because a lot of the gold in there was sticking to the magnet. So it must have a lot of limestone in it. And it was just too much hard work. So that's going to have to go on the miller table. That can't be panned. It's full of black sand. I mean, it could be panned if you had the time and the patience, but I don't have the time nor the patience for that. If you're still on here, Caleb, I'm probably be jumping on the Warzone soon. G'day, Eagle Eye Prospect, how you going? An old spa, that'd be an alright idea. I'm gonna take some IBCs out there, 1,000 litre pods. Get them pretty cheap. And probably some of them plastic 200 litre water drums as well. Or 44 gallon drum. Because we need all the water we can get out there. We only really have what we take in. Swimming pool would be nice out there. This pan's full of flat pieces of gold, so this one obviously went through the dolly pot instead of the rock crusher. So the gold's all nice and flat, which makes it stupidly hard to pan because it just wants to float away right on top of that black sand, and it just won't sink through. It just won't sink down at the bottom. This is why I don't like panning. Still looking like there's alright gold in there. Still a lot of magnetic stuff. Might have to teach my kids how to pan so they can do this. "87 feet. I don't know how many meters that would be there, Thomas, but I'm not sure how far 87 feet is. We generally work in meters here, so. But to get water in places around here, they got to drill for, you know, like sort of hundreds of meters. So next time I do a live stream, I'm thinking I'll probably do it on StreamYard so we can have a few people call in, say g'day and whatever, and show off some gold. It's just an idea. I mean, if people want to jump in and say g'day, but also I was thinking on my other channel, the Shane Bennett channel, which link in the description of my other videos, I was thinking I'd probably do live streams on there where you guys can jump on and have a drink with me, and then just, you know, talk about prospecting, or talk about life, or talk about whatever really, except for politics, because I don't like politics. I mean, the YouTube algorithm doesn't like them either, and neither does the YouTube people. And I don't need no demonetizations. But it's still a good bit of metallic black sand in there. This stuff's terrible. You put your magnet to the ground in the bloody thing there, and out in the gold fields, and it's just covered in black sand. Only 29 meters down to get water. That's bugger all, Thomas. I'll have to come and yeah, I'll try some of the water when we go hunting up some bears. When I come over to Alaska and go on a bit of bear hunt. Something that I probably never get a chance to eat in Australia. The only bears we got here are koalas. I don't think you're allowed to eat them. Well, I mean, we don't have them in WA anyway. Australia's got a lot of salt lakes, but even they don't really hold that much water a lot of the time, you know. Yeah, to be carrying water, I'd have to... Oh, yeah, drop bears. I haven't tasted them before. You only see them when you've been drinking rum, though. That's the only time they like to ambush you. Yeah, look, it'd be the closest filling point for water, to fill water and bring it to my lease, would be a 300k round trip, with 200k of that being off-road driving. So I'm not saying it can't be done. I'm saying it won't be easy. And it'll take a long time, man, because if you wanna cart that much weight on a trailer on them tracks, you're not gonna be going very fast. There's always washouts or something new, or could be a cow step out from behind a bush or whatever. And with a fully loaded trailer with that much water in it, it wouldn't be stopping in a hurry. We don't even have fresh venison here, Steve, and we don't have, like, well, I've never eaten an elk, obviously, because we don't have too many of them running around the paddock. There's a pity West Australian quarantine laws are so bad, or else you guys might be able to send me some of these exotic meats. But don't even try, because I'll be the one that ends up in jail if they make it to my address. Oh, that's looking better. That's looking a fair bit better as we're getting down to the... Well, I'm not getting to the bottom of the bucket, but I've been digging in the same place in the bucket, so I'm getting deeper. And the stuff's getting a bit thicker. and now we're getting a bit more of a line happening around the top here, so that's pretty good. I haven't even eaten the bloody goanna, Greg, to be honest. Nah, kangaroo is not too tough to eat. Depending on how you cook it, you know, but generally, if we're gonna eat kangaroo, I'd shoot my own, but the missus seen someone special the other day, just at Coles, so she grabbed some kangaroo steaks and marinated them up, and they were pretty bloody good. Kangaroo's good, you gotta cook it properly. I mean, a good kangaroo tail stew is just beautiful, because the meat just falls apart when you stew it, and yeah, kangaroo tail stew, that's the best bit. Unfortunately, where I work, there's not that many kangaroos out there, because there's no water. The only water they get is from the stations, and yeah, there's not much water. Oh, I still see a few bits of gold coming up in that black sand there, so this is it's gonna be a hard one. Crocodile sausages. Yeah, right. Haven't had them before. Haven't had horse meat either. There was a guy, there's a butcher in Perth here selling horse meat. But I think people were like sending him death threats and stuff, so I think he gave up on it. Don't think many people really eat horse. Oh yeah, they know how to cook a good kangaroo. Kangaroos are beautiful. I ate a lot of kangaroos in my earlier days when we was rolling around in the outback with my uncles and stuff. They'd do a bit of prospecting and shoot a feed. Good times. I wasn't interested in gold then because I was a kid. Probably should have been though, because they used to walk around picking it up off the top of the ground without metal detectors. This is one hard pan, this one. This has got all that black stuff in it that's not metallic, and all the gold just wants to float out. We've got a bit of lead in there. Anyway, if you guys have got any questions for me, you might want to start firing them away now, because I'm probably going to end this pretty shortly, but I might refill my beer one more time and just have another quick beer with yous and have a quick yarn. So if you want to think of any questions you want to ask me, think of them now and we'll answer them. If you want to know anything about what's going on this season or anything like that, be happy to let yous in on some secrets. Well, they're not really secrets, but just sort of let you know what's going to be happening. this gold's getting too hard to get. And I've had enough beers that I'm getting a bit ruthless with it now. Right, probably going to suck up dirt and rock and all kinds of crap with this, but I don't really care because, like I say, it's going to go in the acid and get a final clean later on. And then it'll probably be put on a video so we can add it to the tally. Get a kickstart for the season. Although me and Zach have already found like 3.8 grams together this year, but we're not going to include that because that was just a quick little buggerising around, and it was pretty profitable actually for time spent. But I was hoping to be out with Zach now, so I could be adding more gold to the tally. But no. Iguana. That'd be interesting. Never eaten them. Closest town. What, to me or where I work? Oh no, I can't answer them questions. I can't tell you where I work. Python. Wouldn't that be full of bones? Like snakes? I haven't eaten a snake. It's probably full of bones. Oh yeah, from my lease, 150 kilometers from a town. So, I can tell you how far it is, I just can't tell you which town. That's sort of the good thing about all the gold fields, they all look the same, so if you don't tell anyone where you are, all the gold's still going to be there. All the gold that you missed the first time probably still be there next time you go back. That's why we keep our locations fairly top secret, because we always go back. When there's a new detector, new model, anything like that, you go back. You go back, you hit it again and again and again. You rake a bit of rocks up and you get a bit more gold or something like that. Yo, Diamond Digger, what's going on, mate? Good to see ya. Freed Seeds, Soul Reaper even in the house. Hello everyone. We're just I'm gonna go pour another beer and then I'll show you what we got in total for this quick 1 hour stream. We panned 6 tablespoons of dirt. So I should hope for at least 0.4 to half a gram, which isn't a lot of money, but it's about $35 for an hour. Which means if I did this all day for a day and a half, I'd probably have my Starlink money. So I probably should just stick at it and get to work, but I don't know. Generally I don't live stream this sort of stuff, but if you guys want to watch it, then let me know just in the comments and I will do this sort of stuff. I mean, you guys can ask me questions and whatever, and like I say, might even get StreamYard going on, so if you guys got any dirt you want to pan on camera, you can pan that up as well and see what we can see what you're getting. G'day, Thora Sailing, how's it going? Just woke up, Soul Reaper. Did you even have a game with us last night? No, you didn't. Should have. I'm about to jump on pretty shortly actually, Soul Reaper. Straight after I wrap up this stream, I'm just going to have one more beer and wrap this up, and then we'll go and have game probably. How much was my claim? Well, let's just say we got a bit of a bargain. We got it for 10 grand, and we found 10 grams worth of gold on in 2 weeks. So, yeah. Alright, I'm just going to get another beer. Bear with me. I'll grab a beer, Wayne roll a cigarette, and then I'll sit back and I'll answer any questions you guys got, and I'll show you what we got in the sniffer bottle for this hour's worth of work here. This looks like a lot of black sand to me, but probably won't be black sand. I'll be able to get a bit of it out with the green pan anyway, so good plan. Cheers everyone, or as my American friends say, chart. Yeah, I don't pan very quick, mate. Come on, brewers. But let's see how much gold I found in 6 teaspoons, eh? Might be alright. Oh, birds, crickets. Actually, them birds that are making noisy crows. I don't like them bastards. Oh, yep, black sand is so annoying. It's like them crows out there. They're just waiting for me to leave, right? Because as soon as I leave, I'll fly in my chook pen and they're gonna pinch my eggs. It looks like it was some pretty fine stuff there. Yeah, it's probably not half a gram, eh? But that's what we've got. That up there, it's not bad. It's a little bit chunky. It's probably like, looking at, what are we looking at there? Maybe only 0.2 to be honest. It's pretty fine. But, it all adds up. I'm going to chuck it with the other couple of grams, because when I was crushing some rocks the other day, got some pretty good stuff. Get a ging onto the crow as well. The crows are protected around here, unfortunately, so we won't be doing none of that. Not on this channel anyway. Yeah, we're getting a bit of gold out of the crushing. Like I did a bit there, Jesse, the other day, and it was going, well, pretty good. Quarter of a 10-litre bucket, so one of the, oh fuck, yeah, this one's full of water. I thought it was empty. Oh, this one's got concentrates that need to be panned too. So one of these little buckets up to about here, probably getting about a gram from crushed rock. So that's good. Got a few grams there already. Like I say, I'll clean that up soon. Yeah, I'm thinking 0.3, yeah, 0.25, 0.3, eh? She's pretty fine stuff. It's like flour. That's just been coming out of the dirt though. I should have actually saved the stuff from the rock that I crushed to on the live stream, because that was a fair bit more impressive. We were getting actual little nuggets and stuff out of that. But who knows, maybe I'll crush some rock again in the next few days, sloosh it all. Actually, what would you rather see me do on the live stream? Solution or panning? Because I like panning. But at the end of the day, after you do solution, you still got to do panning. Yeah, it all adds up. Nah, I probably won't make this one into a button. Yes, I've got chickens at home, but I don't have a rooster because I don't want to be woken up at 3:30 in the morning by a rooster. So we don't breed chickens, but we get them we got eggs, you know. Yeah, we're gonna be mining this lease that we've got, Diamond Digger. We're pretty sure there's gonna be an ore body there. Well, we know there is because there's a line of reefs there. So all we got to do is get stuck into it and mine it. But we'll get the machines in and we'll get started. Should be pretty good. Won't take us long to recoup the overheads, I don't think. Once we start moving dirt. Oh, so the other day, I was detecting with my Equinox, I'll just show you this quickly. Snapped the bloody armrest. Like, snapped it, just snapped it. I was just detecting in the water, it just snapped. Cheers, Diamond Digger. I appreciate the offer, mate. The spud. Oh man, if I had to film the whole bit where we were doing the potato on Zach's shoot there in the bush, there was actually gold melting through the potato and like little gold balls all over the bloody all over the breadboard and stuff and the side of the ute. But there was that much gold there. I don't think we really were too concerned about it. And also we'd had a few beers, so we didn't really care at all. Yeah, that was pretty funny. Yeah, melting gold in potatoes. It works. Just got to make sure you put the flux on the bottom and the top. Well, and now Zach preheats the potato too, because apparently that's got something to do with stopping the potato stealing your gold. But I don't think we lost much there, really. When you're melting it like that with the flux, you're drawing out all the impurities anyway, so you're going to be losing a little bit of weight anyway, because you know you got to get that black sand out of there that's still in there, the little bits of quartz rocks and stuff like that. So they'll come out with the flux, and then you can just chip that black stuff off or put it in acid and it'll fall off. Oh yeah, cold beers always help. Unfortunately, when we're out bush, the beers aren't always that cold, eh? A sample of what? One of my beers, or one of the. I didn't think this beer was too flash actually. I made this one the other day, and I had a mate come around yesterday, and I gave him a beer at about 10:30 in the morning. I said, I don't think this beer's too flash. He thought it was brilliant, and then when we were gaming this morning at about 12:30 this morning, like midnight, Sarek's decided he wanted to start drinking beers. And I was like, whatever, these aren't the best, but he reckons they're nice too. So maybe I'm just used to pale ales, and because this is a lager that I just made, I'm just not used to it. But they like it. I think it's drinkable. I did put Cascade hops in it, which I hadn't used before, so that might be the new taste, I guess. Yes, I need to get a gold bill. Oh, you catch you later, Dora Sailing, mate. Thanks for dropping in. Where's Sarix now? Sarix is playing Cyberpunk at his place. And I want to jump on Warzone in a minute. If you're on Soul Reaper, we might have a game. And if you're still on here, Caleb, you might as well jump on for a game. Oh, you want the dirt, a sample of the dirt. Well, Charlie, you see, my beers are in kegs, so they come straight out of the tap and straight into the glass. Yeah, oh yeah, well, when I got the gold wheel, that will be easier because then I set up, not a gold wheel, when I got the miller table set up, I set up the camera on the miller table, you guys will be able to see the fine gold running down, and I'll still be able to talk with you, you know? Which will be, that'll be good. And also, I won't have to mess with that black sand too much because we're just brushing off the little fine gold into the, I'll probably put a little groove in the table because the table's not really made properly yet. Now, Gene, we're not selling pay dirt just yet, but we're going to be this year. Guaranteed. And we'll be posting internationally. So, all of our customers, America, bloody... Where else are you all from? Tell me where you're all from. I think you're mostly from America, the UK, and Canada. Which we shouldn't have any problem sending dirt to them countries. Soul Reaper pay dirt is basically like our dirt. So this is our dirt. Right. And what we'll do is we'll put a certain amount of gold in that dirt. And then people can buy the dirt. And then they get to pound it to have the pounding experience at home of pounding some 100% authentic West Australian dirt, and they can pan it, get the gold out of it, and keep the gold. So they get to have fun panning, and they get gold. And also, they get to pan different dirt to what's native to their country, so that's also a pretty cool thing. I mean, I've never panned any dirt that's not from Western Australia. So that'd probably be a cool thing for me to do, actually pan some pay dirt from another country. I might do that one day. I'll have to check your channel out there, Paul. I'll give it a look, eh? Yeah, we got a miller table over there at the moment that's sort of half made, but it's got a metal detector on it and some fishing rods and all kinds of other stuff, and I haven't set up the pump for it, and I haven't made the spray bar for it, and I've got to put like a groove in the table or something so I can brush the gold into because it hasn't got that yet. I think the angle is pretty good because Nigel's old man made most of it, well, all of it so far. The only problem with it is every time I walk past it I cut myself on the sharp edges on the angle alley, which is, I'm going to have to put a grinder on that and put a shaft on it, because it's, yeah, every time. Man, you get a round diamond digger, eh? We got people from all over the place here. Niagara Falls, old Soul Reaper there. And I game with Soul Reaper a bit actually on my other channel, so if you want to see that. We actually like sort of swear a lot and joke a lot and all that sort of stuff because I'm normally pretty smashed by the time I start playing PlayStation. I don't play till like 10 o'clock at night, and then I'll play till midnight or 1 in the morning. Yeah, we got all kinds of people here. Hey, Soul Reaper, you ever looked for gold before or what? Yeah. You want some rock samples? Oh, rock samples. See, that's the... I don't know about how we could do rock samples because you don't know what's in them. You're not going to be able to know if there's actually going to be a little bit of gold or a lot of gold in a rock sample, you know? Not until you crush it, pan it. Unless, of course, rigging on metal detector, then you know there's a lot of gold in it, or at least a bit. A diamond mine. Well, what country are you doing this in, Diamond Digger? Because I'd be pretty keen to get over there and check that out with you and drink a bit of whiskey and smoke some cigars with you for sure, mate. And, you know, make a video if I'm allowed to of a bit of what you're doing on the diamond thing, because that's all new to me. I haven't seen that before. The gold prices are going brilliantly at the moment, Greg. It's mint. It is mint. What's WY, Paul? Is that Wyoming? Detroit. Where do I know that name from? Oh, that's where they got that show, the porn stars. Yeah, Wyoming. Yeah. Never been to America, and I'm getting all these bloody... I already know all your letters for your states because I've talked to people from almost every state already. That's awesome. It's so good. I'm so happy with how this channel is going and all the international followers. So it's good to talk to people and find out how things are different in their country and, you know, what sort of gold they're finding and the purity of it and the different methods they have to find it compared to what we have here. I mean, that's all really interesting to me. There's a good thing about this. I mean, if I hadn't started this channel, I probably wouldn't have gathered as much knowledge from my international friends as I have. It's really good. We got diamonds in Australia too, Diamond Digger, so... Yeah, I'm trying to quit the cigarettes here, Diamond Digger. I used to smoke like 30 odd a day or something, but I think I was down to 4 or 5 the other day. But when I start drinking beers, it kind of picks up again, but I can't afford that shit no more. Oh, you're in Mandurah. No kidding, just down the road. I only say just down the road. Just down the road's anywhere from like 50 to 100 kilometres away. Just down the road, yeah. California, what's going on, mate? How you going? Yeah, Freed Seeds. I love this country and its people, but not too sure about the way it's being run. That's alright. I just ignore that and do my thing. We'll think of something there for you, Jesse. Oh, south of the river, eh? Sweet as. Close by also. Yeah. Yeah, it's bloody hot in Perth at the moment. I mean, might be alright in Mandurah. You probably starting to get a sea breeze coming in at this time. But up here in the hills where I live, there's no breeze outside. It's cloudy. And it's still like 38 degrees. Hot. Yeah, well, I'm trying to just ignore all that stuff, Reed Seeds, and get on with my life and do my thing in the bush, try not to watch the news, and yeah. Yeah, cheers, Diamond Digger. I appreciate all your comments, man, on every single video, and everyone else that's made a comment that I haven't replied to. I've been having some serious dramas with phones. I don't even want to talk about it, but like I was carrying 3 phones one time, and they were all for different features because none of them worked properly. But I finally got a phone that works properly, so hey, I can go and reply to all your comments on YouTube now, even the ones from months ago, because I've been dealing with this crap for a while now. And it's pretty hard to comment to them all on the computer, because my computer, I actually need a new one. It just keeps shutting down randomly whenever it wants. I think it might be due to the heat or something. It's getting pretty warm out. Anyway, guys, I'll wrap this up now. As you've seen, we got a little bit of gold. I'll show you this again. But about 0.2 or 3. Not bad, 6 tablespoons, you know. If I can find a quicker way to process it than a pan, that'll be good. But like I say, this has already been slooshed. It's already been dry blown, everything. So this is the last step. If I had a blue bowl or set up the Miller table, it might be quicker, it might be easier, I don't know. We're going to look into all of that, because we got a lot of dirt processing coming up this year, that's for damn sure. And we're probably going to need one of them gold wheels, if I'm being honest. With the amount of material we're going to have to work with, we're going to need one of them gold wheels, and we're probably also going to need some mercury, I guess, because getting it out of the black sand is just a nightmare. And you lose a lot. I guess that's the point of the Miller table or the blue bowl or whatever. You shouldn't lose too much. But yeah. Hey Jesse, if you want to jump on the West Oz Adventures Discord, you can send me personal messages through there. That'll probably be your best bet to get hold of me, eh? Alright, catch you later, guys. Have a good one. Thanks for watching and joining in. I really appreciate you all jumping on and saying g'day. And don't forget to stay hydrated, and good luck out there looking for that gold, fellas.